How's it going, everybody? Today on the show, we got a couple things to talk about. Welcome to another Monday live stream. How's it going, everybody? How you guys doing? It's been a while since I did a live show. About a week. We're doing these live shows every Monday. The little subscribe that just popped up here is just to remind you to subscribe to the channel and make sure to ring the bell so you don't miss any of the live stream that I'm doing every week. And sometimes once in a while I just pop up live doing some random stuff. So a lot of new people, probably a couple of new guys today arriving from the release of my latest video, where I honestly didn't expect that. I knew that I wanted to, get something going with the last one that I did. I'm just gonna take these off. Give me a second here. No background music for me. Can you guys confirm that you got background music? I don't, but we're doing it. We're doing this show for you, not for me. So, Patrick, what's up? It's been a while, man. Je me suis ennuyé. Bonjour la France. Bonjour la francophonie. Hi to everybody else in the chat. Charlie's, what's up? Yes, background music. Thank you very much. New lens today. Let me know if you guys see a difference. I decided to invest into some Canon stuff for my camera stuff. Usually I'm a Sony guy, but recently I was told that I needed to buy the new, or the old actually, lens from Canon with an adapter. Apparently it's better. So let me know if you guys see a difference. Honestly, to me, it's almost the same, but yeah. Hey, I was there last week. You just ignored me. Oh, come on. It was 2 weeks ago. I'm pretty sure you were not there last week, Patrick. Liam, didn't you sell the wing? Nope. The Pro one is not there anymore. It's currently out on the show, so this is why it's not in the studio today. It's been probably back at the shop right now, but it was out this weekend. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you saw a picture of me using it on last Wednesday, I believe. And it was out for a couple of shows. You don't look younger, so lens is good. I should get a worse lens, so that way I can, be a little more blurry and not being, looking younger. Or looking older, I don't know. I don't care. I mean, I'll age. I'm probably aging really well. When I compare to how my friends are looking, I'm aging not that bad. I'm 37, so almost 40. And even if my back doesn't agree with me, I feel a little younger than my peers that are around the age of 40. So I drink coffee to that. All right. What do you guys want to talk about today? We're here to talk about anything that you guys want to talk about. Let me just finish what I was saying about the video that I released last week, where I talk about phase, is it phase coherence? I don't know how to call this. It's the phenomenon where you have multiple sources on stage. So it could be, guitar, could be a drum set, it could be anything that you basically replicate at two different places in the space around you. So I did this video noticing that, I had a problem on a show, and I fixed it, and a lot of people watched that video. And I did not expect that, to be honest. I was You know, I know that it was a trick that I had up my sleeve that was a good one, but man, I did not expect 5,000 people to click on that video in a week. I know it's nothing for YouTube, but for the niche that we are in, it's, man, it's a lot of view for the kind of video that this is. So, Downs of Dream, what's up, man? Good to see you again. Need delay on the bus, on the wing. There's a way to do it. Let me show you. Can I do this? There you go. If you want to have delay on the bus, I know some people will complain about this, but if you want to have delay on the bus, the way to do it right now is to use a matrix to do that. So we can align wedge. The way to do it is to use matrix. You don't need 8 matrix probably on smaller show where you need to align wedge. So we're going to use a matrix for this. So I'm going to select here. I'm going to select whatever matrix, 8, just for fun. And here in this menu, second menu on the top, we want to add a direct source, which would be, hold on. Can't you do that? Hold on. Is this the way to go? Or was it not? Okay. Top process here. Maybe you guys can tell me. I thought you were able to select a bus here to insert a bus into your matrix. So you can do it the other way around then. My bad. Here, I'm just gonna put that to none. So no source. What we're gonna do is we're gonna end up sending a bus into that matrix. So we're gonna take, let's say for example, bus 1. Let's say that we're doing monitor. Actually, there's something in bus 1 on my console. So let's go bus 5. And we can send that into matrix. Actually, it's in matrix 2 right now, but we could send that post fader into that matrix. And on your output, on your routing, where let's say you have physical output 1 and 2, local out 1 and 2, where you have your monitor, you're gonna take that matrix and you're gonna assign matrix 8. Here, let's say this is stereo bus, matrix 8. So what we're doing is we're taking our mix bus that we want to delay, we send it into a matrix, and there on the matrix itself, we're gonna apply a delay. If you let me select that matrix. Hold on, where's that delay? Oh, there we go. Output delay. You can choose whatever you want. The other way, before I hear you guys freaking about this, the other way is to use an effect block. You want to use a effects processor like the one that we have here. You can insert that on a bus. Actually, let's do it on a bus. So I'm just gonna grab that off, go none, and we're gonna grab our bus matrix 5. Here, it's free. There we go. I'm gonna go EQ curve none, flat, flat. You can actually use this processor to tune your monitor if you really want to. You can really dive into it. With the tilt EQ, if you want to, reduce the low end on stage and give it some brightness, you can actually use the low cut if you want to. Let's say you go something gentle. Actually, let me bring back that EQ here a little bit. You could use that low cut to just, help your monitor not being too bass heavy. And you have the precision delay. Precision delay here is up to 5 meter. Honestly, if I were to delay monitor, I think 5 meter is enough, in the sense of if you were to delay monitor for side field, let's say that you are on a small stage, you're Stage is about 10 meter wide. Actually, you can go up to 10 meter with that. So if you were to put a precision delay of 5 meter on a floor monitor in front of you, each of your side field could be 5 meter away from you, and you will still be in time with one another. This is what I do. I need to do a video about that. What I do with side field, because I'm doing the trick that I'm doing here, or that I showed in my latest video with in-ear monitor. I've been doing that the same thing on smaller stage for monitor. I used to do a festival in Montreal called the Mural Festival. We had a stage line, a SL100. SL100 is about 20 foot wide, 24. I think it's 20 by 24. So I was delaying the side field that were kind of close, because on a 20 foot, you know, on a 20, let's say 24. So you have the center line and each side 12 feet away from you, which is about 3 meter. 3 meter is not that far. So I used to delay my monitor, my front monitor, to fit with the side field. And I had 4 monitor at the front, and I was delaying each monitor, you know, according to the distance that they were from the side field. Side field were my reference of 0.0. I was delaying between the distance between my, I was delaying between that and about 5 feet. I was measuring 5 feet for myself, having the monitor there, and I was time aligning everything, you know, and it felt massive. I had, you know, really good comment about it was mostly a hip hop festival, so I had really good comment about the monitoring on stage. It was crazy, and I was not using anything special. I was using an old Eastern EP kit, EP2, I believe, and the monitor were homemade transparent box. You know, there's a guy here in Quebec that makes those box. They're good, but I mean, it's not top of the line monitor or top of the line anything in this situation. And the guys told me that, you know, they had better looking brand on stage and it didn't sound that good, and I didn't do much. All I did was time align everything. So yeah, time aligning wedge is a thing. I strongly suggest you do that. It's going to help you a lot with your mix, I believe. Already an ads, Patrick? Okay, thank you. Also, would be lovely to change the bus processing order, like on channel. I don't know if it can be done. I think this is a hardware limitation on that. But I don't think. Yeah, I know Don's Dream, but I don't think you can actually do that. I think we're stuck to the point where there's no more available bus for us to play around with adding delay, because you know it's taking DSP to do it. So hold on, let me see what's going on here with my mouse. I just want to see the chat a little bit better. I just don't know where my mouse is. Totally lost track of that. Come on. Okay, I'm just keep disconnecting and disconnecting. Never mind. If you guys have any questions that I missed in the chat, make sure to post them again. Sorry, I cannot go back up on the chat today. We're gonna have to live with this. Got a cat to find the mouse? Yes, I should. Rolf, I read, you know, talking about other stuff, that you fix your wing. It was just a cold, you know, a ribbon going bad on you. It's a good thing to know that you fix your console. Nobody likes broken console. So make sure to tell us how's it going in the future. I want to know if it's all good for you, man. Oh, there we go. Seems like I have a mouse. Okay, what did I miss? What did I miss? No, Patrick, I don't ignore you. Important utility for a live user, mainly AS50 in and out group exchange. I like as many as possible to test and report bug. This is a new app from Patrick, I believe. Am I right? Am I right, Patrick? Can you give us some more information about that? Because I know there's some stuff being worked out as we're speaking by you know, software-wise. Because if you don't know, Patrick is designing software to go along with the Wing and the X32 and Reaper. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, go visit his website, x32ram.com, x32ram.com. He's got a bunch of software, you know, that can, you know, help you doing stuff that is really hard. It's basically building software to help you achieve some stuff that will be done on a console, but way faster. He's got one that allow you to record, you know, over 2 SD card, not USB, SD card. You have 2 SD card in the back of your console, and the software allow you to basically jump from one another to do overdubbing. So, ads for Patrick. Did you see the leak wing rack and compact pricing? I didn't see that. But if you were right, I'm more than happy to not pay that much for them. And also a different color of the wing. Interesting. Will we have... Be careful what I say here. Will we have a black wing? Will we have a different color type of console of other... Will we have other color of a console with the new one? Also, this is the question that I would ask. The Wing Midnight Edition. No, it's the Ming. It's the black one. It's gonna be the M30, the M32 Wing version. It's gonna be the same things, but it's gonna be black. Will they finally make a Solar Bright theme for the touchscreen? We need it. Yeah, Liam, I agreed. Outside is rough for these touchscreen, but I don't know if... I don't know if it would make sense to have... Well, actually, it will make sense to have something like that, but I don't know if it's possible for the team to have that, because I think the problem is more on the brightness of the screen itself. Inside, it's perfect. Right now in the studio, perfect. Nothing to say against the brightness of the screen. I don't think I'm even full bright at the moment. Oh, yes, I am. I'm full bright, and that's good. The channel strip and everything. I just have the, you know, the default layer here. But yeah, inside, it's more than fine. But for outside, yeah, I don't know, man. I think we, you know, on the future version, we should have a brighter screen, because they're never bright enough. None of them, even like on the Pro Series, or none of them are bright enough for outside. We should, I mean, if we can get an iPhone to do it on a battery, pretty sure we can do this. Okay, so Patrick says the WAPO is a small Windows utility to swap all AS50 related data between group A, B, or C. Would you need to change one box group with another for band change or failure a system during a show? Okay, so it's acting kind of like a redundancy. This takes into account the following, saving you a lot of routing clicks and setting on your wing. So local in 1 to 24. Yes, when we will have the 1 to 24 available on the newer console. All that stuff. You guys can read that out. Global settings, clock rate effects. Sorry, I tried to read code as we're speaking here. I'm already have a hard time with English, so code is a little rougher for me to read. To run the program, simply download and unzip the Connect to Wing. Click Connect. And select the group that you want to swap. Then click Swap, and all it goes. So, if all goes well, you'll see the button blinking, done, and the operation is complete. Yes, it's like putting redundancy on your wing. Could you, I don't know if it's in their software, but could you, user wanted to have that for a live show. Okay, well, let me ask you a question then. Do you think if you were to run a DL251, like and it's free, yeah, must point out, it's free. It's a free software. Go download it, guys. But my question would be for you, Patrick. If you were to run something like a DL251 and you're running 2 ports, so you basically have port 1 for your main input and port C on a DL251 with the latest firmware will give you a copy of what's going on of 1. So or port A, should I say. Do you think it will be possible for you to, if there's a dropout, do you think it will be possible for you to reassign that quickly, like over 1 second with that software? If if there's a way to tell the console that, let's say, AS50 port A, just disconnect, switch everything to port C right now. And if I'm not telling you otherwise, stick to port C. That way, it will do like a real on-time redundancy. And I don't see why something like that, because there's a message being sent to the console, where the console is sending a message to the port A light here that, change that to change the status here from, nothing to yellow to green to red. If it were to ever clock, could you say that you're doing like a redundancy thing happening automatically, in the sense of as soon as it dropped, it just changed cable? Maybe you will hear like a tick, but not sure if we could get access to light change information. Okay. But my thinking is, if there's a trigger happening, there will be a trigger happening in the console. Because that, if it changes automatically, it wouldn't make sense for me to use it. I could probably run a side Raspberry Pi that will be there just for that, and just to take care of that stuff. From inside the console will be easy. That's another topic for another. That's a different story for another person. Then it's probably the team over at Music Tribe that should allow us to have that. But I don't know if they want to have redundancy that much. I think to the point where we are now, we should. I mean, it would set the wing apart from a lot of other console in the price range if you have redundancy, because it's a pro feature, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know for sure. Do you like the time? Yes, there's a lot of stuff on the way right now. We kind of know about that, and it's probably not like higher priority on the list. I really like the fact that I had that conversation with with Pete the other day, where he said, well, it depends on where you want to have it on the list. It goes on the list, but how fast do you want it? I'd rather have bug fix and integration of the new stuff, because again, I'm gonna repeat myself, we all know that the compact and the rack are coming. When? I don't know. I don't have access to that information. It's in the pipeline. We saw the picture, the leak picture everywhere. You know, some people are already founding on Google some index page of website that list the models, so it's probably coming soon. I know for a fact there is nothing in stock right now, but who knows? It could be, you know, it could be arriving, could be announced like in 5 minutes. As we all know, Behringer just like to, you know, drop some stuff. So I don't know, man. All I know is I'm gonna be the first one to pull the trigger on one as soon as I can get my hand on basically the rack and the compact. Now the plan for now, I know I've talked about this before, but the plan for now would be to sell slowly my Pro 1 and migrate to wing compact. I believe the UI will be, you know, the surface would be good enough to do what I do on the Pro 1. 24 physical input. I've already ordered a DL8 and a Hub 4 Pro. So all that's going to end up in a rack where I'm going to have 32 local input on a wing rack. And for front of house and monitor option, I will have one, but I'm looking eventually to get two wing compact. And just, you know, the whole plan for me is to have those design. I want to have, actually I should have three. I want to replace my two Pro 1 that are on a tour right now. I want to build a case for them where I'm going to have my DL231. I want to have a compact sitting on top of that. So I'm going to have split gain for everybody. Watch for the, well, if I have a pair of DL231, I'm good. I'm going to have 48 out. It's going to be more than enough. But I plan on getting that, you know, the DL231. I want to leave a couple space for extra rack, maybe, you know, having a couple of in-ear monitor, and I want to have a compact sitting on top of that, the same way that I have my wing right now, you know, laying flat, popping up the screen. And if the compact is the same size as this, as the regular wing, with, I don't know, about that wide, 19-inch, I think it will be a fun surface to work on. It's going to be really nice for me to get that, and I think I'll be good to do, you know, in-ear monitor with that. If I can have, you know, custom control here, and I have enough of them to cue all my mixes, because this is basically what I do now. I do monitor more than anything else, and I want to have that as a monitor console. I want to have a standalone, like just a console, like in a case, for front of house on that gig, and just carrying around, you know, in the back of my car. This is basically what I want to do. And eventually I'm going to sell this one to, you know, save some money. And I want to build a second rack where I'm going to have, you know, the compact laying flat like this with extra space, maybe for the tour that I am on right now. Maybe if the front of house guy want to have some, I don't know, outboard gear, outboard effect, if the one and the wing are not good enough. I don't know why anybody would complain about that, but I mean, if anybody want to build some stuff in that rack, or just hiding my snake, I'm gonna have a drawer with my, you know, sub snake in there, or my snake, not a sub snake, but my snake in there, and I think it will be the way to go. According to the picture of that leak, you should get 16 user custom control. That's more than enough. Well, it's exactly the same thing that you have on the wing right now. Also, dream for my wedding ring, I'm taking wing rack with a DN4888 or 8 wireless and in-ear monitor. It will make perfect sense. I Decided to go with the DL8 for that because it's almost the same price, but I have preamp. It's gonna be 2U instead of 1, but I'd rather doing that because also, yeah, something that I was thinking about, because stage connect, is there an in and out stage connect on the wing? Can you link through them? Hold on. No, it's just a single. It's just a single port. I just don't know if you use a female to female adapter, can you connect two wing together over stage connect? Because if you could, you can have two wings tucking together, you know, having one wing or a wing rack with a DL8 on stage. Use that as your stage box. I don't know if that will work either, but if you can have that, you know, you can have your wing rack, DL8, more than in and out that you need for in-ear or for a full band, and you can basically send that to front of house to another console. I don't know if you would need like an adapter box, but to me, having the option to maybe run just a single XLR in between two console, let's say that you have 32 channel, wing to wing via stage connect is no. Oh, okay. Okay, why? Really good and interesting question, Patrick. The reason why I want to do that is most of the time on festival, it's a pain in the butt to run a snake. Definitely. Most of the time, they're gonna have cable that is not the cable that I ask for on festival. They're gonna show up, you know, with whatever unshielded Cat 6A that sometimes could cause problem, where an XLR, they have 48 of them already run. I can just show up, plug in, and if I'm within distance, it should work. But yes, I can run a single line of AES-50, no problem. It's just when it's locally provided, it could be problematic sometimes. You know, this is the reason why I built myself a Pro 1 snake, because I needed to have a snake with me, because most of the time on festival, when I ask them like what's the cable that you have already run here for us, and 9 times out of 10 it's not respecting what I'm asking for, in the sense of I want a cable that is under 80 meters, I want a cable that is shielded, and I want a cable that is, you know, maybe not Cat 6A. The recommended stage connect XLR is a DMX. Still, most of the time they will have the MX run already there from the stage. Yeah, the light guys. No, but the light guys have one. Or actually, most of the time, I end up in situation where I have to take the Cat 6A from light guys, because the sound, you know, they're still running analog snake in festival. It's just because it's cheaper for them to just have a split and connect whatever you have there. Most of the time the festival will have XLR, like a bunch of them. It's also less fragile. If I wanted to go stage connect, it would be way less fragile to run that. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on with it. It's a new, I mean, we're at the dawn of a new system happening, or a revolution, in the sense of having the smaller footprint console, the smaller footprint gear will allow you to do new type of rack, new type of, you know, stuff like we saw with the XR18 and the Stage Connect. Now you can take your XR18, connect a Stage Connect through that Stage Connect device, or actually go from Ultranet and convert to Stage Connect, and having an XR18 with 16 output that you can give to front of house. Or if I'm not mistaken, you can take a Stage Connect device. You can take a XR18, convert to Ultranet, and from there you can convert to Stage Connect and run the XR18 as a split snake or a split stage box for you and your band. The band's gonna monitor themselves through Stage Connect, and you can do your own thing in front of house. The only thing is you have to share gain, but in this situation it's not that bad. You know, when a band's doing monitor from an XR18, they don't play around with the gain during the show. This is basically what you don't want. You just want to make sure, you know, as long as it's not clipping and as long as nobody playing with the gain during a show, I'm more than fine to. It's more than fine to share, you know, gain with a monitor console, basically. All right. So, anything else that you guys want to talk about? Actually, what are the leak picture? Where can I get a link for that? For the leak picture of the wing and the rack and the black wing. I'm really into the midnight wing. If you guys can link me to that, or send me you all have my Facebook, just send me a Facebook message with that. I'm gonna take care of that later. Just wanna, okay. Just checking that nobody sent me a picture, but if you guys find it, just let me know. I'll be curious to know what's happening with that. It's been removed from all sources. Okay, so it was a Snapchat. Basically, if you saw it, you saw it. If it's not there anymore, you missed it. I'd be curious to imagine a wing in black. Like, let me ask you, for those of you who saw it, what's the color? Is it like the bottom plate is black and the writing is like that they went with yellow, like on a Midas? Yes? No? Really? Okay. So it's a Midas. It looks like it looks like an M32 for real. Are you sure it's not just somebody that invert the color on a picture and like took the time to cut the display on Photoshop? Didn't see the picture, just the description. Okay. Could it be, I don't know what's happening with AI. To be honest, and as far as I know, I could be AI at the moment and I would not even know. We're living in the Matrix right now. We're almost there. We're almost connected with internet straight into our brain. It's just a matter of time before they send us, you know, advertisement when we sleep. Sorry, I don't know if you guys are up to date with the AI stuff, but I keep seeing more and more video of like, yeah, AI generated stuff that looks so real that you're like, I don't know. Of course, as soon as it starts to move, it doesn't, you know, behave correctly. But if you were to fake a picture right now, I mean, it's been almost 15 years or 20 years since we have Photoshop, but now with the AI stuff, it's really well done. To the point where I would doubt. You know, people, even with the video stuff, people faking voice, people faking, you know, face reaction. I would not trust. I would not trust a video that I see where the president of the United States says something now, because honestly, it could be AI that I wouldn't know, and nobody would know except the people that, you know, did it, and the president that says that didn't do that or didn't say that. It's crazy. You can't really know. But we're still living in, for now, we're still living in reality, so we'll see what's going on with that. And while As much as AI is complex, I'm not afraid for AI to steal my job, because nobody can fake, AI cannot fake feeling yet of a good sounding show. Because sometimes, even if it's good, even if AI is good, it cannot fake art for the moment. It can create really bad sounding music, as far as I understood, and really bad looking video that look more like acid trip than anything. But yeah, I don't see AI taking my job really soon. Let me ask you guys, what is the most upcoming thing that excites you at the moment? What is the piece of gear that you would like to have, or that is coming that is not there yet? Don't say the wing rack, we all know about that one. The wing compact, we all know about that one. I want to know if you guys have any idea, or any maybe plug-in idea for the console, for the wing, or other stuff that you would like to see happen in the future. Yes, Robert, I know about you and you wanting the HD Air. To me, it's still in the plan. Like, I'm thinking out loud. Maybe the third console that I need for my personal stuff that I can keep in the back of my car could be an Air. It would make a lot of sense to me to have that. I already have the stage box. I guess that's the thing. If you're buying a wing compact, you don't need anything else. If you have a wing rack, you can probably get away with 24 input, and I believe it's only 8 output on the wing rack. Because actually, yeah, okay, I talked to some people about that. Maybe I'm gonna give you a scoop here. I don't remember if I should talk about this or not, but my understanding is the wing rack, and probably the compact, it's not gonna have 1/4 inch out. It's gonna have 24 input, but I believe the 1/4 inch out that we see on the picture are GPIO 1/4 inch. They're not gonna be the aux out, as far as I know. I could be wrong, but as far as I understand, and like Patrick mentioned before, I'm gonna need my DL231 for output. I think they placed themselves really well, in the sense of, I think Behringer, when they released the Stage Connect stuff, they had in mind that it will be a user expansion product for the upcoming wing rack, wing compact, and even the wing itself. I mean, if you want to have a wing somewhere, you only have 8 XLR in the back. Of course, you can adapt to 1/4 inch, because those are output. It's going to be fine. But if you want to go with 8, or 16 XLR out, you would need to have another device. And having just a single unit, in your rack, with just a regular cable, because I think in a short distance you can run you don't need to run AES EBU cable. You just need to run a single XLR. I believe under 25 feet it's going to work. Or I don't know if it's guaranteed, but if you have at least a decent cable, it should work on short distance with any kind of cable for Stage Connect. But I think the idea was for them to have Stage Connect device. You just drop that in your rack. It's 16 output for in your monitor, your PA, your delay, and everything, and you just connected that. So if someone say, I'm just gonna run 8 monitor or 6 monitor in a left-right, like a lot of people do, I think the compact will be fine for that. And I think it's a reasonable, think about it, especially for the price range that we're at right now. I don't remember exactly. Maybe someone can say the leak price again of those units. But if you can get them for that price, for that cheap, I remember is it 1,500 for the rack and around 2,500 for the compact, somewhere like that. Maybe I'm mixing up US and Canadian, because also I did the conversion on my side of things. But If it's in those area, the amount of processing and the amount of in and out that you get, especially if you get 24 in on a compact or a rack, this is crazy, man. This is totally crazy. You can build an in-ear rig, not cheaping out. Like you can get a wing rack. You can get 4 wireless. You can get approximately those number. Okay, for that price, you can build an in-ear rig under $5,000, like a really good one, where you're gonna have, let's say, entry-level Sennheiser, not the cheap one. You know, the G4 series. You can have the entry level of G4 series. The 300, I believe, was the number of the G3. Maybe they changed that with G4, and apparently Sennheiser is going to release something new in the upcoming days or weeks. If you can get 4 of these units, a antenna combiner, an antenna, and a wing rack for that cheap, total game changer. I think anybody or everybody that I know will be doing or upgrading their monitor rig, because the X32 rack was cool. I think the wing is going to be the next upgrade for everybody. Like everybody going to replace their wing rack, but their X32 rack with the wing rack, because just the fact to have 24 input, most of the band that I'm doing can fit, at least for monitor, on 24 input. Like you can get rid of the toms or get rid of the overheads if nobody using them. You can run your guitar mono instead of running your guitar modeler in stereo. But even if you go that way, let's do a quick, just for fun, you know, count of a drum. Let's say that you're doing a drum on 8, counting with fader. Say that you're doing a drum on 8. You could do bass, acoustic guitar, 2 mono guitar. Let's say that we go crazy and we add 2 more for stereo guitar. You still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 channel left for backtrack. Even then, no backtrack, you wouldn't run from USB, so you still have 6 channel for vocals. Let's say that you're running 4 vocal, and you still have 2 input left for crowd mic. I think, honestly, this is going to be more than enough for every band. Or if you want to get, you know, more drums, you can get more drums. Or you could do, let's do it the other way around. Let's count the other way around. You could do your crowd left and right. You could do 4 vocal. You could do stereo guitar, stereo bass, even if you want to. Hold on. And you could do like 12 inputs of drum. That will work. Hold on. I have stuff popping in and out. I forget to set the computer in I forgot to set the computer in D&D mode. Not Dungeon and Dragon. I mean, Do Not Disturb mode. But anyway, that's roughly an idea of what you could do with an X32, or not an X32, with a wing rack. I think this is going to be more than enough for most people. And if you don't want to spend a lot of money and having, you know, your wireless connected over a line level, add a DN4888 to the combo and you're golden. You have more than in and out that you need for your in-ear and your vocals, wireless stuff. You can all fit that in like an 8-unit rack. This is crazy. This is crazy. The amount of stuff that you can get for like a wedding ring, like we were talking about the wedding rig or the bar rig nowadays, it's crazy. I actually, thinking about it, the wing rack is 4. The in-ear system that I was talking about would take 3 space, so you still have 1 space left for either any stage connect device, or you can have just a Power Play 8000 and running wired in here from there. You know, those Behringer headphone amp are more than fine, to be honest. Did I get a freeze? Hold on, guys. I cannot see the chat anymore. You know, when doing live stream, you never know what's going to happen. All right. Patrick, you're building a guitar? I know since you got a CNC, you were building shit. Everybody loves to... one day I would love to have a CNC and build myself things. Alright. Anything else that you guys want to talk about, or is going to be it for today? I know we're on the short side of time, but I want to keep it interesting and I want to keep it flowing. If this is all we have to talk about this week, this is more than fine. I just want to know. Anything else? Have anything to say? While I'm here, I'm gonna repeat myself and say, subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you ring the bell so you don't miss any of the live stream that I'm doing. I'm live every Monday. If it's your first time here, welcome. I'm live every Monday at 1:30 p.m. Canada time, Eastern Canada time. Because Canada is 3 time zone, FYI. Also, make sure to like this video. It's going to help me a lot. And I just crossed the 6,500 sub on YouTube. Thank you very much for everybody that recently joined in. I got like 100 sub recently on with my last video, and I cannot thank you guys enough. I'm gonna do an upcoming video with that. Actually, I'm gonna do not a reaction, but a question and answer video with the comments that are left under that video, under the time alignment video, because I believe some of the comment there were really interesting, and I want to react to that. I want to give, you know, a bigger answer than the few short line that I wrote under every message that I found that was interesting. And also I want to do a video where I show out the time aligned side feel and floor monitor on a short stage. So that's going to be about it. That's what's in the pipeline for now. Maybe I can do a little couple of short ones on the wing. I had a really interesting one from Friedrich this week where he asked me how to do monitor A and B on fader. So probably some of you guys know how to do this, but I think it would be interesting for me to just do a quick one, especially with the, you know, shorter console coming in. Maybe they will have less fader than I think. So maybe having, you know, fader there will be a good thing. So anyway, on that note, not much happening in the chat. Thank you very much for being here with me, everybody. It's been a pleasure. I had a great time with you guys, and I'm gonna see you all next week. We're still gonna have a good time together. Actually, no, not true. Next week, I'm not here. Next week, I'm running an event I will be setting up, so not happening next week. No live stream next week. Be there for the one after. And until that one, I want you guys to please take care of yourself, and I'll see you all later.